like he read every line, and I was like, Jason, go away. We're done. Don't look at the script again until we go to the set.
But how did you know Jason Statham was going to be that funny? Because he is almost the MVP of Spy. He's incredible in that movie.
I mean, look, all you have to do is watch the movie Crank to know that that guy has a sense of humor, and so, my wife and I have been just giant Jason Statham fans forever, just because he's so great on screen. Every movie he does, whether they're good or not, I'll watch and just marvel at how good he is. But it really was when I saw Crank, and I'm just like, he has to know this is crazy, and he's so committing to it that is a man who knows what's funny, and so when I wrote that role, I wrote it for Jason, and everybody, like at the studio and beyond, when they read it, they go like, oh, so you're going to cast like Will Ferrell or Ben Stiller in this role? It's like, no, I want Jason Statham in this role. And they would always like crack up, and then they go, that's kind of really funny. Would he do it? That was the only question mark, like, would he do it? But I had a meeting with Jason before I wrote Spy, just because I was such a fan, and like as a director, that's one of the perks you get, is you can like go, hey, I'd like to meet so and so, and sometimes he'll show up. And so he showed up at my offices, and I was so terrified because I was like, I expect Jason Statham's going to come in and be Jason Statham, and I go out in the lobby, and he's there, and he's like reading a magazine, looking all stern, and I was like, oh, hey, Jason, it's Paul Feig. He's like, hey, how's it going? And we had the most fun hour-long meeting, just joking around, and he was hilarious. And at the end, I said, like, Jason, I'm going to write you. I want to write you a role. I don't know what it's going to be. I want you in a comedy. He's like, all right. I think everybody says that to him. And I'd heard later when I called his manager, and they were a little on the fence about doing it. He was like, you know what? Jason said you're one of the first people that actually said they were going to write a role for him who actually did. So he considering it. And then he came on board, and we had so much fun because we had written a bunch of ridiculous stuff for him, but then. When he got there, it was just like, myself and I had like Katie Dippold was around, she was in the movie too, and she was helping me write jokes. And I had some other writers who came in, like Trisha McAlpin and stuff, and they were writing jokes. And so they write these jokes and hand them to me. And I would like that scene in the hotel room, I'm sitting like 6 feet away from Jason, like next to the camera. And he's got all these ridiculous things he's saying anyway. And then they're handing me these things that are so ridiculous. And I'm like, oh, is he gonna like kill me? So every time I like feed a joke, it's like, try this one, and I would read it out, and he would burst out laughing, and he'd go, all right, and he'd do it once, and he would it wouldn't come out right, and then he'd do it the second time, and he would nail it, and then we were just like, then we were getting greedy, and we're like, dressed as Barack Obama, just all these ridiculous things, and God bless him, he committed to it. If you ever get a chance, watch on the Blu-ray. There's a bunch of like outtake jokes of Jason's that we did that are so goddamn funny, and we didn't have enough time in the movie to put them all in.
I think I've seen that compilation, and it is incredible. I
still think when he's trying to come up with what his nickname is going to be, it made me laugh so hard that he committed so hard to it.
Yeah, although I still think the icing on the proverbial Statham cake is put me in the face-off machine and give me a new face. That's so
yeah, he committed hardcore on that one.
But I mean, I think he's got this wicked sense of humor. Because I remember interviewing him for Spy at the junket here in London, and I just like, he delivers things so dryly that you're like, I don't know if you're joking or not, which is so scary.
Yeah, well, that was when we did our, what I'll do before I do a movie is like months before, I'll have each person come in and we'll just read their parts, just because I want to hear it. And because I want to know, do I need to rewrite this for them? Should I, let's find out what's funny about them. And so Jason came in and he sat down, he opened it up, he goes like, so now do you want me to be funny? And I said, Jason, I want you to commit to this like this is the most serious movie you've ever done in your life. He's like, oh, yeah. And that's what he did. And so every line, I was just like, I think Melissa was there with me too. And we're just like, oh, like he read every line. And I was like, Jason, go away. We're done. Don't look at the script again until we get to the set. And that's his magic.
Yeah, he could in the interview, and admittedly, I'll say straight out, this was a silly little question, just a little question, a bit fun at the Spy interview. I was like, this is obviously the movie Spy. It's about secret agents. Tell us a secret about yourself that nobody knows. And he just looked at me and he went, Do you think I'm an idiot? There are cameras here. If I tell you a secret, you're going to record it and it won't be a secret anymore. I was like, I don't know if he's joking. It's brilliant.
It's the perfect answer, the perfect Stathamium answer.
Yeah. So that was the first. I think that was. Hello, Alex here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get in touch with us at all, for any reason, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at JTFPod. And don't forget to subscribe to the full audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your pods.